I don't like bees. I mean, I don't like bugs in general, but bees especially. Although, I will say, bees are not as bad as wasps or hornets. Welcome back to ExtraHolidayGames. I'm ExtraHoliday, and I just remembered... So I did improv today. I think I've mentioned that I do improv pretty regularly. I was at improv today, and we were playing a game called... I think it's called Swap Letter, something like that. Basically, the idea is you're playing out a scene pretty normally, but one letter in the alphabet is swapped for another. Like, the first letter doesn't exist anymore, and instead you have to use another letter. So when I was playing this game, it was the letter P was being replaced by the letter Q. So, me being me, of course, when I hear that P is the letter that... oh, and by the way, this is after the guy who runs the thing, because technically these are rehearsals that we do. This was after the guy that runs the thing was like, okay, so what we want to focus on here is, you know, trying to use as many words as possible that have that letter in them, because that's what's funniest. Right, it's supposed to be improv comedy, right? So, me being me, once I heard that P was the letter being replaced, I'm like, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. So the scene starts out, and we're supposed to be in the back of a Walmart. And so what I do is, I pull out my phone and I go, hey, do you play Qokémon Go? And it was... I felt very clever with that one. Because after that point, it basically just became a game of naming, like, as many Pokemon as I could think of that have P in it. So, like, the girl I was doing the scene with, she was like, oh, well, what's your favorite Pokemon? And I'm like, oh, I really like Pikachu. And then I was like, she was like, oh, I'm trying to catch this shiny Pokemon. And I'm like, oh, is that a Squinda? I think it's also kind of funny. I don't think she knows Pokemon that well. So it's like, it was more or less a game of just me trying to think of all the different Pokemon names I can think of that have P in them. I'm sad that I didn't think of Hoppip, though, because that would have been funny. Hawkwick. Yeah, no, it was I was somewhat proud of myself for that one. There was also a game we played that I had never played prior to today. What did they call it? Oh, I think it was just called Survivor. But basically the idea is you've got 5 people who do a scene, and then when at the end of the scene, the audience votes out one of the people in the scene. And then you have to do the scene again, but accounting for the fact that that person is missing. Like you don't say, oh, hey, where'd this person go? Oh, it's just you have to do the scene without that person there and have it still somewhat make sense. And of course, because I made it clear when I got up there that, like, hey, I've never done this before, done this game before. Of course, when I got up there and I understood how it worked, I'm like, I'm gonna be the last one up here, aren't I? Because it goes all the way down to 1 person. Also, that was fun. Just getting Makuhita to pop the Wurmple twice. So yeah, I was like, I'm gonna be the last person. I'm just gonna have to do the scene all 5 times. And what do you know? I was right. I had to do the scene all 5 times, and at the end, it was like... I mean, the scene was basically like... there's a mob boss in an Italian restaurant, and like... he's got a couple of goons that show up, and I'm the waiter trying to take his order, and also there's this weird guy who wants to join the mob. So yeah, eventually it got down to just me, and it was like... basically, I was like, okay, so this guy's order, he ordered the spaghetti. Also, you know, I was throwing on an Italian accent, because why not? Well, my attempt at an Italian accent, anyway. Which the audience seemed to like. Oh, come on, Groudon, you jerk. But it was like, okay, this guy, he ordered the spaghetti, and there's a note here that says, if you kill your chef, you get $50,000. Because that was a plot point that the mob boss had brought up to me in prior iterations. Like, okay, oh, there's another note here. It says you become a part of the family. And I just love the response I got when I was like, oh, I've never had a family. That got the crowd pretty good. Those are always the moments I cherish most of performing, is when I get laughs, you know? I love making people laugh. It's one of my favorite things to do, truly. So, yeah, improv is pretty good for that, so long as you're okay with making a fool of yourself, which I think it should be pretty obvious I am. I mean, only a fool would have started a Let's Play channel in 2019. I do like to make fun of myself for that. Yeah, let's start a channel in a genre that's totally outdated. By the time you start the... yeah, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I can't say totally outdated. Obviously, there's still an audience for this sort of stuff. I mean, otherwise, you wouldn't be watching right now. But it's definitely not 2015 anymore. Yeah, no. You don't have your Markipliers and your Jacksepticeyes making headlines with Five Nights at Freddy's videos. I don't know if we're gonna get grab on this time. Let's see. No. Crowd on keys, make it easy for me. I did pretty well with you in a Poke Rogue run. Come on. Oh, no. Well, that's fine. I lost my Master Ball there anyway. It doesn't matter. If I'm not going to get, like, 1 billion points, then what's the point? 0, basically. So yeah, improv is a lot of fun. It's, I do recommend it, I especially recommend it if you are, you know, the online entertainer type, basically an unscripted entertainer, honestly scripted too. If you're an actor of any sort, I would say, or an entertainer, I would absolutely recommend doing improv, because I think it has made me significantly better at just going with the flow in, you know, entertaining situations. I would like to go back to ground on keys. Okay, big works too. And it's honestly, if you get a good improv group, it's a ton of fun. So, yeah, my group is pretty good. Of course, it helps that, you know, it was literally friends I already had that invited me. Oh, I can't get an extra. What do I want then? I like how it's offering me the bonus when Whiskash is already out there. Yeah, it's a good time. I almost didn't go today because I was like, because I stayed up late the morning before. I can't even say night, it was morning. I stayed up late the morning before. And I was like, do I wanna? But I'm glad I did. It was fun. It's one of those things where like sometimes you can, sometimes you don't necessarily want to do it beforehand. I often feel this way about recording and streaming as well, where like I don't necessarily feel like doing it because I think it's largely because I know it's work. It's a lot of effort. But once you are doing it and you have done it, you're like, I'm glad I did that because that was good, that was fun, or productive, or whatever you want to, however you want to measure the worth of your time. You know, it's one of those things. Did I get the saber? Is that what I bought? I already forgot. I think I did, and I think it's already out. Wow. Oh, hi, Whiskash. You're back. Kind of want to see if I can get back into Whiskash's mouth. There we go. Yeah, got some good friends there, you know. Oh, good. Didn't make him drop it. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I feel like every time I look at Spheal, I think of like the redundancy of having both Spheal and Seal in existence in Pokemon. It's just like, they're the same type, more or less the same concept. So it's like, it's hard to feel like one isn't just a better version of the other. That one being Spheal, because Spheal is like way cuter than Seal. Just gotta put that out there. Also, Walrein is just kind of a beast. Come on. Also, yay, losing all my upgrades. You'll love to see it. Okay, but this Spheal? No? Okay. That Spheal? Yes. Also, I just feel like Spheal is just more creative, you know? Like, yes, it's a seal, but it's also a sphere. Hence, Spheal, you know? That's not gonna work. Well, hold on. I can, yeah, there we go. Is that gonna count? Yeah, buzzer beater. Let's go. Okay, well, decent amount of points, even if we did lose all of our upgrades. It's fine. Chikorita, could you, like, help me out or something? Could you maybe, like, throw a Razor Leaf or something? Thank you. Chikorita, use Razor Leaf. Good job, Chikorita. I'm not this Chikorita's trainer, unfortunately. I can't just tell it to do it. I wonder what, like, the lore behind this game is. Like, what am I, like, there's all these Pokemon, right, in this board. Like, what am I clearly I'm not a trainer. Otherwise, I'd be actually using the Pokemon to do things. What's going on here? Okay, well, maybe we'll figure out what's going on next time. Because as for this episode, that's a wrap. Numbers.